Alright, welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's having a good day, good night, good morning, whenever you watch this. With that said, without further ado, let's get on to today's lesson. Alright, today's lesson is part of your Algebra 1 section. I think it's maybe the second actual section in that class, and that is to solve for an unknown quantity in a two variable linear equation. So what does that mean? That means I have two variables. In this case, here's the example problem I'm going to do. I'm going to have two variables, and I'm going to have to solve for one of them. In order to do that, you have to be given the amount or the value of one of those variables. And I'm going to show you how to solve that. So remember when we first did these, that we had just one variable and we would solve for that. Let me show that real quick. Alright, hopefully you remember a problem similar to this. Let's say we have just like x plus 5 equals 10. So that's what we're used to, and this is a one-step algebra expression, and you would solve that just to get x. In this case, what's new is now we have two variables. We have an a and a b, so we just can't do our steps to get our answer. There's a couple things we need. And one of those things we need is the actual value of one of the variables. Alright, so how do we solve this? Let me first clear this. What I like to do is I like to rewrite the equation, and the variable that I'm replacing, or in this case substituting, I like to put a parenthesis in, and then I actually substitute the value and then perform the operation. So let me show you what I mean by that. So in this case we're given what b equals. B equals 9. So I'm going to start recopying the equation. And instead of writing b here, I'm going to put a parenthesis, because that's where I'm going to substitute that amount. And what is that amount? That amount is 9. So now I have all my information. I can go ahead and solve this. And we're solving for a. That's the unknown value. This is what they're telling us. What is the value of a? We don't know. We have the value of b. We're using the value of b to actually get the value of a. So after I plugged that 9, substituted that 9 in for b, wherever I see that b value, it is actually 9. So now I'm going to do 3a plus 9 equals 54. And now we're at a two-step equation. Hopefully you guys remember how to do that. So the object is to get a by itself. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of anything that's added or subtracted to that side. I have a positive 9, so I'm going to get rid of that. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So that leaves us with our 3a equals 45. Let's go ahead and move this up to give us some more room to work. And now my final step, like I mentioned, we're solving just for the variable a. So in order to get a by itself, it's 3 times a. This is the way it's written. So to undo multiplication, what do we do? The inverse of multiplication is division. So if I divide that by 3, I have to do that the same over here. If I do 3a divided by 3, that gets rid of our 3. We're just left with our a. And then if I do 45 divided by 3, if you can punch that in your calculator, you should get a 15. And a good way to make sure that you got the correct answer is to plug this back in. So I'm going to substitute this a into the original equation with my b substituted or replaced with a 9. And then I'm going to double check and see if we get this correct. So if I do 3a is 15, plus b. b is our 9. And that should equal 54. If I have a variable in front of, or a number in front of a variable, that means I'm multiplying. So 3a means 3 times whatever a is. In this case, a is 15. So 3 times 15 is 45. Plus 9 is 54. So 54 equals 54. So that's lets us know that we got the correct answer of 15. Hope this quick lesson helps, and I will talk to you again.